Hey everyone, welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host Adrian, and today we are not holding back. Because once again, the British media, and I use that term loosely, is back on its favourite hobby, tearing down Meghan Markle. This time, it's the Sun's so-called royal editor Matt Wilkinson, joined by Esther Krakue and Bronte Coy, calling Meghan's ventures nothing more than rich housewife hobbies. Excuse me, housewife hobbies? We're going to rip that absurd narrative apart today, so buckle up. It has become a whisper, then a headline. Some call Meghan Markle a housewife. This word, simple on its surface, carries weight. It is a label, not a description. It seeks to diminish, to confine. It is a tool to erase her many other roles, her work, her advocacy, her voice. These things are inconvenient to some, so they reach for a simple, limiting word. We must see this label for what it is. This term, housewife, is rarely neutral. When applied to a woman of Meghan's stature, it is loaded. It is a quiet dismissal of her global work. It ignores her efforts before royalty, during and after. It suggests her primary role is domestic, private. This is a narrative carefully constructed, a narrative designed to reduce her influence. It is a way to say her public contributions do not matter, or perhaps that they should not exist. Long before she became a duchess, Meghan had a voice. She used it to speak for those often unheard. She was an advocate for women's rights. She worked with UN Women, speaking on global stages. She addressed gender equality and modern-day slavery. Her commitment was clear, her passion evident. This was not a role she adopted for a new life. It was a continuation of her existing convictions. Her dedication to these causes is a thread through her life. The world saw her passion, her articulate calls to action. Her entry into the royal family offered a larger platform. She embraced it, not for glamour, but for impact. She became a patron of charities that reflected her values. Smart Works, helping women gain employment. Mayhew, an animal welfare organisation, the Association of Commonwealth Universities. She sought to use her new position to amplify important work. Her focus remained on empowerment, on community. She travelled, she listened, she engaged. She brought a fresh perspective and genuine warmth. This was diplomacy of the heart, connecting with people. The scrutiny Meghan faces is intense. It is relentless. Every word, every gesture, every outfit is dissected. Compare this to the treatment of other royals, especially male royals, or even other women in the family. Do their business ventures face the same suspicion? Is their ambition painted as a character flaw? Often for men, ambition is praised. It is expected. For Meghan, it is seen as calculating or unbecoming. This is a classic double standard, clear as day. The rules seem different for her. Consider male members of the royal family. Some have pursued military careers, others private ventures. Their transitions and endeavours are often framed positively, as examples of duty or modern enterprise. When Meghan and Harry sought financial independence and a new way to contribute, it was framed as a betrayal, as a selfish departure from duty. Why is her desire for agency and impact so threatening? Section 4. Intersection of identity, race, gender and criticism. We cannot discuss the criticism Meghan faces without talking about race. We cannot ignore the element of gender. These two aspects of her identity intersect. They create a unique storm of prejudice she navigates. The housewife label is not just about being a woman. It is about being a black, biracial woman in a traditionally white institution, a woman who dared to bring her whole self to the role. A woman who did not shrink, who did not fade into the background. This was, for some, an uncomfortable truth. Her very presence challenged old norms. The tropes used against her are familiar. The angry black woman, the difficult woman. These are labels applied when women of colour assert themselves, when they set boundaries or speak their truth. Meghan's confidence can be misconstrued as arrogance, her clarity as coldness, her boundaries as hostility. These are racialized and gendered interpretations. They are not objective assessments of her character. They are reflections of the biases of those who critique her. This pattern is too common to be a coincidence. Her American identity also plays a part in this. She is seen as an outsider, not just by marriage, but by culture, by her directness, by her ambition. Section 5. Beyond the Crown, Meghan's entrepreneurial spirit. Meghan's entrepreneurial spirit did not begin after leaving royal duties. It has always been a part of who she is. Before royalty, she was a successful actress. She ran her own lifestyle blog, The Tig. She understood branding, communication and connection. These skills did not vanish when she married. Instead, she sought ways to use them for greater good. The Together, Our Community cookbook was a prime example. It was a business venture with a charitable heart, a project that empowered women and built community. Now, operating outside the formal royal structure, she and Harry have built Archewell, a multifaceted organisation encompassing media production and charity. Their deals with Netflix and Spotify are significant. They are not just about financial independence, they are about controlling their own narrative, about creating content that reflects their values. Content that aims to inspire, to uplift, to inform. This is entrepreneurship with a purpose, using business as a vehicle for positive change. Section 6. Choosing freedom. The courage to forge a new path. The decision to step back from senior royal duties was monumental. It was an act of immense courage. It was a choice for self-preservation, for family. For Meghan and Harry, it was a path to freedom. Freedom from relentless, often hostile scrutiny. Freedom from an institution that by their account offered little support. Freedom to define their own lives, their own work. This was not an easy choice, surely. It came with great personal cost and public debate. But it was a choice that asserted their agency. They chose to build something new, to create a life in America, on their own terms. This empire they are building is not just financial. It is an empire of purpose, of voice. They are shaping their own destiny. They are showing that there is life beyond traditional constraints, that it is possible to serve, to contribute, without being confined by outdated expectations. This is a powerful message, especially for those who feel trapped, those who yearn for a different way of living and working. The constraints of the monarchy are well documented. Section 7. An Unwavering Light, Meghan's continuing journey. So when we hear Meghan called a housewife, let us be clear. This is not an innocent observation. It is a deliberate attempt to shrink her, to fit her into a box that is too small for her spirit. It is an attempt to erase her accomplishments and to invalidate her ongoing, impactful work. It is a narrative we must actively reject because it is rooted in misogyny and often racial bias. It seeks to control and to diminish, but Meghan's light is not so easily dimmed. Our message to Meghan is simple. Continue. Continue to build, to speak, to inspire. Continue to use your voice for the causes you champion. Your work in global diplomacy, your charitable efforts, your entrepreneurial ventures, they all matter. They show a woman of substance, of purpose, a woman who has faced immense pressure and has emerged with grace and determination. The world is watching and many are cheering you on. Your journey is an inspiration to countless individuals. Her success in building her own path is evident. She has navigated challenges with resilience. She has built a family and a global platform. So to the British press. Maybe the problem isn't Meghan's projects. Maybe the problem is that she doesn't need you. And that terrifies you. To Meghan, keep going, keep cooking, keep creating, keep showing the world that your worth was never tied to a tiara. And to our audience, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Share this with someone who still believes the tabloid lies. Here at Meghan and Harry Tales, we defend truth, we defend integrity, and we defend Meghan Markle. Until next time, stay bold, stay kind, and don't let the media write your story.